The third Hokage smoked his pipe as he looked out of the window of the office to the Hokage tower. The skies were darkened, and for 3 days it had rained non-stop. There was a lot weighing on his mind. The death of Wasuka Itadori, a man that he had known during his youth. They fought together side by side during the second and third great ninja wars. Wasuka came from a small minor clan, the Itadoris, who were exceptional with cursed energy. They weren't known or highly recognized, but their fierce fighting spirit was on full display in the battlefield. Although many believe that the Itadori family was cursed. Generation by generation they dwindled, until finally there was only a few that remained. And only a few years prior, the death of Wasuka's son and daughter-in-law, leaving him with a 3-year-old Itadori who couldn't recall or recollect the time with his parents. The boy had only known his grandfather, and in his twilight years he took in Naruto. The boys were his pride and joy. For Naruto and for Yuji, they tried to carry on. Dinner was made, though there wasn't a whole lot to talk about. In a week's time, they would be assigned to their Ginning teams, something that was supposed to be a time of celebration, but now it was just another thing. But there was someone else who observed the boys from the shadows. Mizuki, a teacher at the Ninja Academy. He spoke in the darkness with another voice. What stood before him coiled on a branch, a snake. It seems that your plans went awry. I haven't failed yet, Master. I promise you, I will get the scroll and the object. I hope you'll make good on your promise. I've put a lot of trust in you, Mizuki. I understand, sir. I won't fail you. The snake would disappear into the grass. As Mizuki was ready to approach, there was someone else at the door. Iruka. He had come to check on the kids after hearing what had happened. Iruka had seen the growth and the change in Naruto somewhat. The boy still pulled his pranks, and he wasn't one to shy away from his boisterous attitude. Naruto always went on about being the Hokage, to be the greatest ninja that ever lived. But now, seeing the boy in such low spirits, it hurt him deeply. He knew what it was like to lose someone close to you. That pain, knowing that you'll never see the people that you love again. Naruto, Itadori, I wanted to check on you both to see how you were doing. We had heard about what happened to your grandpa. Yuji would step up to speak. Thank you, sir. We're all right. Promise. Still, if you boys need anything, I'm not too far away. Even though you've graduated from the academy, I'll always be watching over you. You're my students after all. After patting them on the heads, making sure that they were in good spirits and had everything that they need, Iruka would leave them. Mizuki would wait a while, waiting for his opportunity. The next day, the two boys would go to the training grounds. Again, they walked in silence, not much to be exchanged. They ate their breakfasts and started their routine, exercising, jogging, meditating, and then engaging in some heavy sparring sessions. Today, Itadori's fists, they felt just a tad bit harder, and Naruto, he made a little more clones than usual. They trained extra hard. By the time they were done, the grass had already been worn by their footwork. Now nothing more but patches under graveled dirt. As they sat together, huffing and puffing, trying to catch their breath, it felt as though they had felt some relief, though the burden on their hearts still weighed heavy. I figured I'd find you boys out here. Mizuki-sensei, Yuji said. What are you doing here? Naruto would ask. I came to check on you. When we heard what happened at the academy, we were all devastated. I know that your grandfather meant a lot to the both of you. Especially you, Naruto. He took you in when you didn't have anything. Naruto felt his face go to the ground. Deep down in the back of his mind, Naruto wondered if maybe was it his fault? Did Grandpa overwork himself caring for two kids? After all, Naruto was the outsider. Of course, Wasuka and Yuji always made him feel welcomed. He was never a burden or an outsider to them. He was a part of their family. Still, Naruto couldn't help but feel that weight of unease. There's a lot that we don't teach you in the academy, Mizuki said as he sat in front of the two boys. How to deal with the loss of those whom you love. I know that it's not easy. I've lost a lot of people I care about as well. Friends, family. I've seen them die, some peaceful and some not so much. But there's one thing I was always able to do. It's something that's always given me comfort. And I hope I can do it for you guys. Before it's too late. Before it's too late. Yes. These situations are rare, but given their current state, I feel like it's best if I tell you. I know Iruka probably wanted to, but he didn't have the heart. There's a lot more to cursed spirits, more than you realize. What is it? Naruto and Yuji would ask, the two of them now curious. Well, when people die, living with regrets, things left unsaid, it's not uncommon for curses to form from those regrets, the negative emotions. Do you guys know if your grandfather died with any regrets? Yuji and Naruto looked to each other. Sure, Grandpa could always be a hard ass, especially when it came to them. Sometimes when it came to training, he was an absolute taskmaster, a drill sergeant. He was a man who was hard to smile and hard to please. Sometimes he couldn't really read or understand what was going through his head. Sometimes he was too cynical for his own good. Always quick to rain on someone's parade, even when the sun was out and the sky was a bright blue. He could put a damper on a few things. Did he have regrets? Was there something stirring inside of him? Something left unsaid? Look, Mizuki would alert their attention. The point is, there could be a chance that your grandfather could become a curse. A what? The two boys looked stunned to hear this news. No way! Grandpa would never become a curse! That's impossible! I've seen it happen. Believe me, it wouldn't be uncommon for this to occur. But that's not fair, Yuji said. My grandfather deserves to live in peace. He shouldn't have to wander this world like a curse. Mizuki-sensei, what do we do? Mizuki in his mind would grin. Making them take the bait was a lot easier than he thought. Of course, he had been hoping that Naruto would flunk out and fail. It would have made this operation a whole lot easier. But this way, well, just a little extra insurance. I can help you both. You know, the Hidden Leaf Village isn't the only one in the Land of Fire. It's the largest and most powerful, but there are minor villages and settlements. Towards the northeast from here, there's an abandoned place. It's said that there's an artifact, a powerful cursed artifact, that when used, it can help make sure that any potential curses born from death, they can be put at ease. If you boys can help me, we can uncover the power. We can find it together. I'm pretty sure that if you guys are able to take on something like this, you might be able to jump up in rank. Jump up in rank? Naruto said. Of course. I'm a Chunin after all, I wouldn't know. Here's what we need. In the Hokage's office, there's something called the Scroll of Sealing. Now listen closely. It's kind of taboo, but I think you guys can handle it. Besides, I've seen your power and your growth in the academy. I can't just rely on this with anyone. He placed his hands on both of their shoulders. I'll make sure that your grandfather doesn't suffer as a curse. I'll put him at ease. I need your help, the both of you. That night, as Iruka laid in bed, he contemplated on what else he could do for Naruto and Itadori, when suddenly, there was a banging on the door. Iruka! Iruka, open up! Huh? Mizuki, what's going on? It's Naruto! Naruto and Yuji! You won't believe what's happened. What? They stole the Scroll of Sealing! They did what? Iruka would immediately throw on his shoes and his vest. As he raced with Mizuki, other Jonin and Chunin were gathering together, the Hokage calling an immediate order of council. I thought they were past the pranks. Seriously? This is the most idiotic thing they've ever done. If they get out of the village with that scroll, it'll be the end of everything. We can't allow that to happen. Fan out and find them. You can't be serious. But why would they? They got it in their heads, Mizuki said. They were trying to find some powerful jutsu. They think it could help them bring their grandfather back. Powerful jutsu. Oh no. You don't think... We need to find them. If they do something that gets themselves in trouble, who knows what will happen? Especially with Naruto. You know what he is, Mizuki said. If he potentially uses that power unwittingly, he could unleash the Nine Tails. The Nine Tails. A shiver ran down Iruka's spine. The idea of the Nine Tails going on a rampage after all this time, and there was no fourth Hokage to save them. The search parties would begin their look. Meanwhile, Naruto and Yuji were far away. They had managed to clear almost 15 miles to the northeast of the Land of Fire. Outside of the Hidden Leaf, they arrived. The village was old and abandoned, just like Mizuki-sensei said it was. It was only about 7 o'clock when they got there. Mizuki said he would arrive just before midnight, so they had some time to kill. Hey, you think we should look inside? Naruto said. I don't know. We're supposed to wait for Mizuki-sensei, aren't we? I mean, yeah, but there's a whole slew of jutsu in this thing. Maybe we could get stronger. Like practice. Then we can show him how much we've improved, and he'll trust us even more. Are you sure about this, Naruto? I mean, maybe. Come on, what's the worst that can happen? It's just a few hours of training. Come on, let's see what we can do. The boys would open up the scroll, searching through the list of jutsu inside. Naruto found one that really stuck out to him. It's called Multi-Shadow Clone Jutsu. But you already have the Shadow Clone Jutsu. Yeah, but this says it's different. It says I can make way more clones. I just have to refine some steps here, and here, and... Whoa. You think I could really make a number of clones like that? Naruto said. Well, you're always spamming a lot of clones when we're training. I couldn't imagine fighting that many of you all at once. Maybe I can do it. I think this is what I'm going to study. What about you? What about this? It's called Curse Style. Divergent Fist. Divergent Fist. They read through the steps of the technique. Between the two of them, Yuji was more adept at fighting with cursed energy, using it to amplify his body's natural strength, along with his own swell of chakra. Alright, let me try this out. It says I have to focus. I have to try to draw out cursed energy and chakra into my fist at the same time. Naruto would watch as Itadori would attempt the technique. As he stood in front of a tree, he gave it a punch. His chakra-infused fist, although a little bruised, it would leave a faint mark. Then, almost 10 seconds later, a shockwave would rush through the tree, leaving a deeper imprint. Whoa, Naruto said. It's like you hit it twice, but you hit it once. Yeah, the divergent fist. You amplify your fist with chakra and with cursed energy. When you strike with quick speed, you land a punch. Then you send a shockwave of cursed energy. It has a delayed effect. Quick, time it. Itadori would try it again. He cried out in pain from punching the tree, his knuckles now starting to bleed some, but it had its desired effect. 10 seconds later, a second shockwave, a deeper imprint. It's about 10 seconds or so. So it's a powerful punch followed by another punch. Kinda. But I think I've gotten the hang of it. Naruto, you think you can make a lot of clones? I'll have to practice it, but yeah, let's see what we can do. Cool. Send them at me. I'm gonna see what I can do with this. It'll be a lot easier punching you than punching a tree. What's that supposed to mean? I'm just saying, a tree doesn't fall over as easily as you do. What was that? I'm just stating the facts. Shadow Clone Jutsu! Bring it on. It was a quarter till midnight by the time Mizuki arrived. When he did, he saw that the boys were dingy and dirty. They looked like they had gone through hell. Naruto, Yuji, what on earth have you been doing? Oh, just training. We were waiting for you to arrive, and, you have the scroll, right? Yeah, we do. Good. Give it to me. The boys gave it to Mizuki Sensei as he ordered them to follow close behind. They would head to a large building. It looked like a school, a smaller one, kinda. They walked through the floors before eventually arriving to the top. If the intel that Mizuki had was correct, then there was said to be a cursed object here. One that they had been looking for. Thankfully enough, it pays to eavesdrop in places you're not supposed to be. Everyone would be so busy looking for the scroll, they'll have to put their mission to come to this place on pause, long enough for me to get what I've come for. As they walked into the classroom, all the way in the back, there was a case with talisman marks, binding seals. Mizuki would open up the scroll of sealing, looking through until he found what was needed. This is it. Alright, Naruto, Itadori, I need you to focus cursed energy into your hands. When I give the signal, I want you to place your hands on the box. We're going to open this. The boys would nod together. As they did as told, Mizuki would run through a series of hand signs and chants. One by one, the seals would come off. The boys would have to keep themselves steady. They were useful. The markers, they'll be focused on the boys. I won't have to deal with them, Mizuki thought. Iruka, curious to where Mizuki had run off to, had followed behind him. But when he tried to get closer, he kept his distance. For some reason, Mizuki was going farther than where everyone else was looking. Far off the beaten path, almost like he knew where he was going. But they were in a state of emergency, right? He watched as Mizuki talked to the boys from a distance. Mizuki, Iruka thought. Why is he talking to Naruto and Itadori? They handed him the scroll and followed him into one of the abandoned buildings. What on earth was he up to? Inside, the final seal would be lifted. Inside, there was an object wrapped in bandage. As it was slowly unpeeled, they looked to see what it was. Underneath the wrappings, a smaller box, and the box opened to reveal. What the hell is that? It's a finger. Itadori, Naruto, you've been a big help. Really, you have. Mizuki would raise a single hand, and suddenly, the boys would find themselves wrapped in weird bandages. They were strong, and they found themselves being dragged to the ground. Ugh! Mizuki-sensei! What's going on? Help! Help! You boys, I gotta say, you might be strong, but you are the most sorriest dumbasses I have ever seen. What? But you're supposed to help us! What about our grandpa? What about him? The old bastard's dead. You really think he would become a cursed spirit? If he was, I'd kick its ass. Shut up! Shut up! You tricked us! Oh, no shit, I tricked you. Jeez! You morons! Did you really think I was going to help you? What did you think this was? That I was really going to go out of my way to help you deal with your grandfather's undying soul? This is what I've come for. Sukuna's finger. Sukuna's finger? The king of curses. But they don't tell you kids about that these days, no. The boogeyman that they try to keep hidden behind in stories and fairy tales. The king of curses was very real, and I'm one step closer to gaining his power. But once it's unsealed, it attracts a lot of unsavory fellows. So, you boys will be the sacrifice. I say the cursed spirits will be coming around here any time, and they're going to be very hungry. So, we're going to be having Itadori and Uzumaki on the menu. What? You can't do this! Please, let us go! I feel bad for you, Itadori. But Naruto? Not so much. Release! The boys would instantly be freed, and out of nowhere, Iruka would kick Mizuki in the face. The finger would be knocked out of his hand and falling to the floor. Naruto! Itadori! Are you alright? Iruka sensei! He tricked us. I don't know, but... Oh God. Mizuki. What the hell have you done? Damn it. Iruka. So you were tailing after me, huh? You told us where you said the boys had gone, but then you went in an opposite direction. It didn't really seem right to me, so I had to see what was going on. Mizuki, how foolish of you! Do you have any idea what you've done? You've doomed all of us. I haven't doomed anything. You're the one who plays around with monsters. But you want to talk about me. Monsters? That's right. Hey Naruto, you ever wondered why everyone hates you? Why everyone looks at you like you're the devil himself? Mizuki, shut up! Why? I have to say, Iruka, I'm truly ashamed of you. A teacher's never supposed to lie to their students. Mizuki, I'm warning you! 12 years ago, a decree was made that no one would ever speak of what happened on the night that the Nine Tails attacked. The night of the Nine Tails attack? What decree? Naruto, don't listen to him! You think he likes you, Naruto? You think he actually cares about you? Don't make me laugh. You are nothing more but the spawn of the devil himself. You are an abomination, the curse, the blight upon the village. When the Nine Tails attacked, it didn't just go away. It wasn't destroyed. Naruto, the Nine Tails lives in you. You are the Nine Tails. Why do you think that room exploded? It wasn't because of your power or your own strength. It's the power of the demon that lives in you, the demon that you have become. You destroy cursed spirits with a touch because you are one of the mightiest of them all. You are a blight to the world. You are the incarnation of hatred. Naruto? No way. Iruka would pull out a ceiling tag from his hoister. As he threw it onto the ground, immediately, binding straps would shoot towards Mizuki. He pulled out a giant shuriken slicing through them as he raced for the finger. But Iruka would intercept him. Boys, get out of here! Now! Naruto and Itadori would run. But before they could, Itadori would race for the finger. Oh no, you don't! Mizuki tried to kick at him, but Iruka would stop him first. The moment that Itadori grabbed the finger, Iruka knew that there was no turning back. Naruto! Itadori! Get back to the village! I'll hold off Mizuki. Get back as fast as you can! Take the scroll! Take that finger! I'm giving you a mission. Get back to the village by any means. You can't allow that scroll to fall into the hands of curses. If you do, we'll all be destroyed. I won't let you. Yeah! Get away! The boys would immediately rush out of the building as the battle between Mizuki and Iruka would begin. You are a traitor to the leaf, Mizuki, and you will answer for your crimes. Huh? Like you're actually gonna stop me? Come on. You're way past your days of fighting in the fields, aren't you? You're right. It's been a long time since I've actually engaged in serious combat. But don't underestimate me. I carry the scars of war on my back. I haven't lived this long just to die now. One way or another, Mizuki, you won't get to those boys. If you do, you're just gonna have to kill me. That can be arranged. Naruto and Itadori would run for their lives. Naruto carrying the scroll, Itadori carrying the finger. They were panicked. They were scared. Off in the distance, the abandoned building would explode. They stopped and looked back, becoming fearful. Iruka sensei! Naruto, we have to go and... Iruka sensei, we can't just leave him. Naruto, we can't. Yuji, it's all our fault. If we hadn't gotten tricked, if we didn't listen to him, he wouldn't be in this mess. I can't lose anyone else. Naruto! Damn it! Yuji would place the finger in his pocket as he raced behind his friend. Outside of the explosion, Mizuki would emerge, his left arm bleeding as he looked up to see the boys coming back to him. He smiled wickedly. You both really are a bunch of idiots. Iruka sensei! He's not coming to save you. If you want to live, give me the scroll, give me the finger, and get the hell out of my sight. Iruka would crawl out of the wreckage. Mizuki would see this. Why are you still alive? You bastard! Mizuki would pull off the second large shuriken on his back. I'm going to end you once and for all! Before Mizuki knew it, Yuji had punched him in the face, knocking him back onto the ground. The second he tried to get up, 10 seconds later, he felt a shockwave through his skull. It felt like he had been punched a second time. Naruto would race to pull out the burnt Iruka. Naruto, Yuji, I told you to run. We can't leave you. You don't understand. You're in danger. If you stay, you're going to... That's it. I tried to be nice. I tried to be reasonable. But you bastards leave me no choice. Mizuki would pull out a capsule. As he bit on it, his eyes glowed a feral red. His cursed energy and his chakra began to rise as his body began to morph and transform into something unholy. He turned into a beast of a man. I shouldn't have to use my ace in the sleeve, but what the hell? I guess we're all monsters after all, aren't we? The forest began to stir, the cursed spirits feeling the pressure of the released finger, setting their sights to swarm the area. Yuji and Naruto would stand together, the two of them looking determined as they tightened their headbands around their foreheads. Yuji would raise his fist, and Naruto, the hand sign. We won't be weak. We won't let the people we care about die. And if you ever lay a hand on our sensei, we'll kill you! Is that right? Well, don't make promises you can't keep! This concludes Naruto, King of Curses. What if Naruto was a Jujutsu Sorcerer? Part 2 of the graduation arc. As always, if you enjoyed today's video and everything else that we have to offer, then please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that bell for post notifications so you can stay up to date on everything that is PowerCore Productions and Podcastings that's to come out now and in the future. Stay tuned tomorrow as we continue with Naruto, King of Curses. What if Naruto was a Jujutsu Sorcerer? The Part 3 finale to the graduation arc. But anyway, that's going to do it for the end of today's video. I'm Javon Harrington with PowerCore Productions and Podcastings, signing off, and I'll see you next time.